Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to It's Poppin', where we talk about everything pop-up camper related. Welcome to part 5 of the free pop-up camper renovation series. Just so you guys know what we're doing, plan on cleaning out the inside, wiping it down, getting all the curtains and valances and even the mattresses out of there. Gonna get some new LED lights installed. Gonna re-adhere that water fill hose that I replaced in one of the previous videos. Also going to clean the entire interior, including the canvas and the vinyl. So we'll show you guys how to do that and do it properly, even if you have any mold or mildew. And the exterior as well. So all the vinyl on the exterior, we'll show you how to do that if that's something you guys need to do for your own pop-up camper. And finally, there's a few little holes in the vinyl. I'm gonna patch those up, and then that kind of big one in the screen and in the vinyl window behind that screen. And if time permitting, I want to re-caulk and reseal all of like the edges and the corners of the roof and the box and everything to re-waterproof it and make sure there's no water getting in the exterior of the camper. So all that's to come. Stick around if you guys want to see exactly how to make your canvas both inside and outside look new again. Okay guys, so one thing I want to do before I start wiping down and cleaning down the interior is change out the overhead lights to LED bulbs. So as you can see here, I changed out one already. This is kind of what they look like. The ones I got are a little dimmer than the incandescent bulbs, but they're definitely more energy efficient, and they definitely don't get as hot. So here's a new LED, and then here's one of the old incandescent bulbs. And without blinding you guys too much, you can kind of see the difference. Now, I think I could have gotten higher wattage LEDs, but I just wasn't sure which ones to get, and I probably should have gotten the slightly brighter ones. But I'm not sure which wattage these ones are off the top of my head, but I'll definitely look it up and let you know, so that you might be able to get some brighter ones. So if you go to replace these, just be careful because they might be hot if you've had them on. But you just take them out and grab your new bulb and slide it right in. Now, one thing to note with these type of bulbs is that if they don't work right away, take it out, rotate it 180 degrees, plug it back in, and it might work for you. Alright guys, so the inside or the interior of the camper is all cleaned out. I vacuumed it out, as you saw, wiped it all down decently well, and so our next step is going to be to actually hit the interior canvas and vinyl parts of the pop-up with some cleaners that we've had success with in the past. There's a million of these cleaners, or variations of them I should say. There's a lot of different degreasers that you can choose from. There's a lot of different like mildew and mold removers that you can choose from, but these are just ones we've had success with, and they've been a relatively good value compared to some other ones.
Okay, so the first thing that we're going to be using is this Mean Green Super Strength cleaner, and this is just sort of a general cleaner that you can use on both the vinyl and the canvas as well. We've had pretty good luck with this in the past for just sort of a general clean on the canvas. And then for the more stubborn stains, anything that's mildew or mold or something that's just really not coming off with anything else, we're going to use this Star Bright Mildew Stain Remover. And we've had amazing success with this in the past. It's taken out things like rust stains, watermarks, things like that. And basically what we're going to do with this is we're just going to spray it on, and if we need a little bit extra help, we're going to wipe it down with one of these microfiber towels. Something else that we'll use is just a general magic eraser as well, and we'll use this more on the exterior of the canvas, but we may use it a couple of places inside as well.
All right guys, so just a few helpful tips when you're cleaning out the inside. We removed the bunk ends, as I'm sure you saw, just so we didn't get any splatter on the bunk. I shouldn't say the bunk ends. We removed the mattresses just so we don't get any splatter from any of the products we're using onto them. And because we moved them, we're also taking advantage of that by giving them a wash, giving the mattress covers a wash. So not only that, but another helpful tip is just to try each of these products on an inconspicuous area of whatever you're cleaning, just to make sure it remains color fast and it doesn't create any weird reactions with whatever type of vinyl or canvas you have going on. Alright guys, so now that we got the vinyl windows cleaned up, I'm going to wipe them down with some Protect All. And this actually can clean just by itself, but we just needed a little heavier duty cleaning. And but this also not only cleans, but it also protects your vinyl windows as well. And you'll see once we move on to the outside that we'll also use it on the vinyl on the exterior of the pop-up as well. So a few things we forgot to mention. As far as the Mean Green goes, and this, it says it on the bottle anyways, but just in case, it says you can use it or dilute it as needed, but then make sure you wipe it down after you apply it with water. The Mean Green we get from Dollar General, which is generally the best price. And then as far as this Star Bright Mildew Stain Remover, the best price we found is like Walmart. I think it's available on Amazon, but it might be a touch more expensive. So just a few things I wanted to address. Also, I was able to locate and source some brighter LED lights. They are, however, more of a cool, maybe even cooler than a daylight, but provide some nice light in here, especially for renovating. So I'm going to keep these in here for now, as opposed to those dimmer, warmer lights. So, and I'll just give you a quick look at how the canvases look. They're looking a lot better. Now, just so you guys know, we're going to elect not to use any degreaser or mildew remover on the canvas. They they just don't need it at all. And if we did so, we would have to re-waterproof them as well. So we're gonna forego that because they look pretty darn good as is. So that's why we're not gonna be doing any cleaning of the actual canvas themselves. Here was that bunk end that looked really bad, and that mildew remover works super well up there. Those are definitely the worst parts of the bunk head. So remember the tear in the vinyl window that we showed you guys earlier? So we're gonna try to use some of this clear Gorilla Tape and patch that up the best we can and see how it turns out. All right guys, here's what it looks like from the inside. Far from perfect, but it won't let any bugs or water in. And it looks okay. So I think I'm gonna have to call this one good enough. Okay, don't worry guys, I didn't forget about this collar for the water inlet hose. What I'm gonna use is some of this liquid nails, fuse it all surface to adhere this collar back down. So I got some of the liquid nails on there. I'll try and get this back around without getting too much of it on the hose. So here it is. We'll take a look at the before and after photos, but I think it will definitely look better. So what we did, just so you guys know, we did magic eraser first, then we wiped it down with wet rags, and then mean green, wiped that down with wet rags, and then finally a coat of Protect All. And this is what we're gonna do for every piece of vinyl on the exterior. All right guys, so here it is. Took about, I'd say maybe 4 hours or so of doing the magic eraser, the mean green, and then finally the Protect All. But the whole canvas is done, and it's actually looking pretty good, so pretty pleased with how it turned out. There are a few tiny holes in it that I patched up with the waterproof clear Gorilla Tape. One right there. One, let's see, yep, right at this corner. And then there's this hole right here, which I haven't patched up yet. It still has some like glue or something going on that I want to work on getting the majority of off before I patch up. But other than this, and then the hole in the screen, that's all we have left on the canvas to patch up. Otherwise, it's all looking great. Well guys, I wanted to try and do a little project in between projects here. And by that I mean I want to try this screen material as kind of a block to prevent insects and other bugs and whatnot from getting in to these air inlets for the water holding tank. So I want to see if the screen material along with maybe a zip tie will do the trick. So I cut these about 3 inches by 3 inches, and in the hopes that that will do the trick. So this is kind of a little experiment here. It's not the prettiest, but I think that'll be very functional. Yeah, let me show you a top-down view here. It seems like it'll do the trick. So I'm just going to do that for the other two that are over there and call it good. Well guys, that is the vinyl and canvas on the exterior. What did you guys think of the results? I thought it turned out pretty good. So, just a few notes. I got the water tank reattached. That was kind of a tricky task, especially by myself. But I got it done, got the fill hose reattached, and also got the hose that attaches to the pump reconnected. And this just came in. This is some, let's see if it focus. This is some screen repair tape, RHO brand. And we're gonna see how this works on that tear in the screen. Previously we've tried that kind of screen mend stuff that you use a hairdryer to adhere. It didn't work too well, especially with all the movement that the screens do. So we're gonna give this a try. I have no idea if it'll work well or not, but fingers crossed it will. So let's see about this screen repair tape. Here is the final result for the screen tape. Actually, I'm very happy with that result. Looks a lot better than it did before, and this stuff is actually very sticky. So I am hopeful that it stands up to being compressed and raised and all that fun stuff. But time will tell with this one. So thus far, thumbs up. But like I said, time will tell. All right, guys. So that's it for part 5 of the free pop-up camper renovation series. Oh, I feel as though we're getting so close to being able to do the interior of the camper. But first, and I know I said I was gonna probably get it done this video, but kind of just ran out of time, and that is getting the joints and seams all caulked and butyl taped and such. But I guess that'll just have to wait, but it'll 100% definitely make it into the next video, I promise. Also, I anticipate fixing that awning pole, and here's a quick aside. I did some research on those awning poles from Dometic, and apparently you can't just buy them. It's either buy a completely new awning, or B, kind of make your own. So I'm gonna make my own, and I'm gonna show you what I did to do that. And so once I get all the seams recaulked and butyl taped and all that fun stuff, which is pretty time intensive, get that awning pole tested. I want to pull out the pop-up and get that front box reinstalled. But then also kind of put it through a waterproofing test, make sure there aren't any leaks or holes or just any water getting in. There shouldn't be, but you never know. I also need to test some of the appliances that I haven't done yet, specifically like the stove and the propane furnace and the refrigerator. I think that might be it. But the outdoor shower. So I'm going to run some water through the plumbing system and make sure all that stuff's working and not leaking. And if I have time, but no promises on this one, but if I have time, I want to repack the wheel bearings. And if all else fails, if that doesn't happen, I'll definitely show you what our color scheme is going to be for our interior renovation. I really think you guys will like it. So that'll be part 6. And then after that, it's like getting into the nitty-gritty of doing an actual interior renovation, the painting, the curtains, the valances, the flooring, all that fun stuff, the exciting part, the great before and afters. Up and through this point, it's really just been getting the pop-up to the point where it can just go camping. But so that's definitely all coming up, and I hope you guys come back and watch it. So hopefully we'll see you out there camping. If not camping, hopefully you're fixing up your pop-up camper or renovating it yourself.